Hey everybody, we're going to do an experiment this year with our front planters, and this year I ordered some Proven Winners 2022 annuals. Without further delay, let's open it up and see what we got. Now some of these came last year damaged from transit, the ones that I had ordered for last year, and this year when the mail delivery person left it on the front porch, it was completely on its side, so who knows what we're going to find in here. But nevertheless, all of the annuals, no matter what condition they were in when I received them last year, they did really well. They're super hardy, so no matter what happens right now, I'm sure it's going to be just fine. So let's see what we got in here. So, all right. So this is the brand new Proven Winners Superbena Imperial Blue, and as you can tell, that's pretty healthy. Kind of small. I'll probably let them grow in their cans a little bit before I plant them in the front, but yeah, it's going to be great. Look at that blue, beautiful. It's not really a blue, it's like a deep purple. That's going to be great. So ordered a couple of these for the front. Last year in the front I had all Supertunia bubblegum. This year I'm going to mix it up a little bit and put two things to create a little bit of contrast. All right, here's another one of those. It's going to be great. Looks like they've already trimmed off some of the edges, which is going to be fine. They're going to do great. All right. Oh, and look at this one has a bloom on it. Actually, look at how pretty that is. Right there. See that deep purple? That is so pretty. Very nice. Yeah, these can grow in their cans a little bit more. And I know they're in a hurry to get everything shipped out, which is fine with us because I've done that a lot before where I've let them grow a little bit before they're finally planted, and that is great. Oh, and here is the new Superbell's Double Twilight, I think. Yeah, look how pretty that is. That's so pretty. And that's going to go with the purple theme, purple, orange, and yellow theme that we have going on in the backyard. So this is new this year as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how that grows. Double, beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here is the brand new Supertunia Vista Jasberry. Look at the color on that, so pretty. And look how compact that is. Such a healthy plant. And then these two colors are going to go together. So the purple and this is almost like an electric pink with a purplish hues. So I think that's going to be a nice contrast in the front yard. Two of those together. These are super wet, which means they're doing just fine. Another one of those Imperial blue Superbenas. Last year I had ordered a bunch of stuff that I could never find in our local garden center, and I'm glad that I did because most of the stuff that we had success with was directly ordered from Proven Winners. I always try to get them, if I can, from our local garden centers, but for some reason here in Southern California or in my area, it's few and far between. So sometimes I find a lot, sometimes I don't, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to find out what these brand new annuals would do, and typically we don't see the new ones here around us, so this is going to be fun. So here's another one of those Superbenas. You can tell how they trim those. Oh man, kind of cool. All right, so here's the new Lobularia. This is the Violet Night. This is going to go with this together in a hanging basket. And that's a super healthy plant. I ordered one of those to try out. So alyssum is great, especially Proven Winners alyssum. Very, very amazing plants. New color, we'll see how that works. Hanging basket for that. Another one of those. Oh, this looks very similar to the Superbena, but this is the Safari Sky, which is the South African Phlox, I think. That's going to be pretty in there with all the purple. It has looks like a white and orange colored eye there. So never tried this before, so this is going to be a new one for us too. And I think that's new for this year. And it's probably just in time because that looks like it just needed to get out of there as soon as possible. All right. This is great. So far, it's a win. Proven winners again, right? All right, another one of those. And I know it seems like a lot, but it's a big planter in the front, so this way it's pretty full from the start. And those things will trail a lot, actually, and they'll fill in. So if I space them probably 3 feet apart, then it will fill in beautifully. Here's, it looks like another one of those Jasberry. There. I'm pretty sure all the rest is the Jasberry too. Yep. Another Jasberry. So the condition of this package is actually better than I thought it would be, especially since it was delivered on its side. You never know. Okay, all right. Here's another one of those double Twilight impatience. I almost said impatience because they kind of look like impatience. Superbells. Yeah, it's hard sometimes because when you can't find everything that you want to put in your yard, then you have to look to other resources. And I'm so glad that Proven Winners does allow you to order from that. It's a little more expensive. Obviously, it takes a lot to ship things, especially live plants like this. So it's understandable that it would be more costly because look at how they're packed with care. And so if we just do a little bit of this every year, then it always isn't too expensive. And whatever I find from the garden center, it's kind of nice and a nice surprise. But this is going to be cool because I'm going to trial some brand new annuals out that haven't been on the market yet. So here we go. Last one, I think. Yep, I think the last one. And then they gave the ideas book here, the garden ideas book, which is great when you order from Proven Winners. They send you that as well, which is super fun to look through. All right, and this is the last of the Jasberry. So all of the Jasberry and most of the Superbena Imperial Blue are going in the front planter, and then everything else, the Alyssum, the Double Twilight, and one of the Superbena, that's going to go in a hanging basket that I'm going to put in the back porch. So anyways, we're going to see how this does. We'll get them planted in probably about a week or two. I'm going to let them grow in their cans a little bit, get you accustomed to the weather here. Last year I put them directly in the sun after they arrived, and some of them burned, so I'm going to be really cautious about that because I'm assuming most of these were in a greenhouse before they shipped them. So they're going to probably have to get acclimated a little bit first and, you know, get them watered and take good care of them, and then we'll get them planted. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so my original plan was to plant them and do a complete video, but I've changed my mind on that. So I wanted to show you what they look like instead after a couple weeks of letting them grow in their can. So normally they send these annuals out depending on what zone you're in. And here in California, since we're warm pretty much early on in the season, even into winter, they send these to us. I believe we're first on the shipment because they arrive usually right about the 1st of April. So it's been about a little over 4 weeks, almost 4 weeks, and this is what I wanted to show you. They look like this, and now they're definitely ready to plant. If I had planted these right off the bat into the ground, then they probably wouldn't have been as successful because, like I said before, they've been growing in a greenhouse and they need a little bit of time to get acclimated. And plus I like to grow them a little bit so they become a lot more hardy, and I don't have to worry about them because it could turn really hot here, and I would hate for a small little plant to fry in the ground. So in a number of days, I'm going to be planting these in my front planter, like I said, and then I'm also going to be planting a hanging basket. So stay tuned for that video to come out shortly. Anyways, let's look at the Supertunia Jasbury first. And boy, this is amazing. So this has grown a lot since I first took it out of the box. Definitely ready to plant, super vigorous already, and that's kind of what these things do. These Supertunia Vistas are amazing, and as you can tell, they've already started to do the job that we want them to do when we plant them in the ground, which is become super vigorous and cover a lot of space. So this is going to be fun too. Let me give you a close-up of what that looks like. Isn't that amazing? So cool. Love that. Love that color. And I know I said it's kind of like an electric pinkish color. It's more like a magenta, but not like the royal magenta. It's a little bit different from that. Very pretty. It's going to be great. All right. All right. Let me just go over here really quick. And this double Twilight just is absolutely beautiful. Look at how much that's grown since I first took it out of the box. Really cool, right? Let me give you a close-up of what that looks like. Double super bells, so pretty. You can kind of see how it has that lavender edging with the dark middle. It kind of reminds me of Blue Moon Punch, but a double version, which is really, really pretty. That's going to be beautiful in that hanging basket. So excited about that for sure. And then the Superbena Imperial Blue. You can tell how much this has grown. Do you see that? It's full of blooms here. And this is what I was talking about. It really does trail, because trailing verbena are super vigorous and they look great in the garden. So, and it's already started to bloom again. Let's see if I can get close up to that bloom and how it's opening. There we go. Very pretty. There you can see that color and that bloom, how it's going to open. Anyways, these have gone absolutely crazy. I have another one over here. Just look at this. They're ready to do what they're meant to do, which is trail. If you can see that, that's crazy. Those are ready to go in the ground as well. And then we have our Violet Night Lobularia. That's looking really pretty too. This one kind of like was shocked by the little amount of sun that I gave it. So I had to put it in sick bay a little bit, and it's looking great now. A lot of the plant had died back. So all of this growth is just from being in the can, watering it. And I have also fertilized these once a week as well to get them nice and ready to go in the ground. Anyways, that's going to be fun. This is not going in the ground. It's going in that hanging basket like I was talking about. So that's going to be fun. I don't know if you can see the blooms on that. Let's get a close-up of that. Very pretty, super nice, right? And then the African Phlox. Now, half of this plant, when it hit the sun, it had died back, but that's okay. So I just cut those sections off, and most of the plant is super, super healthy. It's even going to start blooming again right here. So this one in sick bay, but like I said, when these things ship over a long period of time, because I think they come from Michigan, and this is we're all the way in Southern California, things can happen. Things can get broken off. They may react badly at first to the sun, but each time that I've ordered these things, no matter what happens to them, they always come back. Even if half the plant gets cut off or whatever, I just kind of like, you know, take care of it, make sure it's watered, give it some fertilizer, and they come back beautifully. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed the unboxing and seeing how these things grow. And pretty soon we're going to plant them in the ground, and I'm going to work on that hanging basket. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys. Appreciate you being here. Bye-bye.